2008 and 2009 were very tough years for agriculture, but 2010 was not without its challenges. Joining me now is Commissioner of Agriculture, Dr. Mike Strain. And
how are you?
I'm very well, Commissioner. And how are things looking for as far as 2010 goes this year thus far?
When you look at agriculture in general, and you look at agriculture, forestry, and all of our related industries, aquaculture, agribusiness, we've had a good year. And if you look back over this year, yes, we did have a drought, but we had no major hurricanes, no major tropical storms. You know, we've been very fortunate. In the 3 years I've been here, when you look at the disasters we have faced, we've had a strong and a good year. Look at the price of commodities, record prices for commodities. You know, we've seen cotton now, cotton futures hitting $1.25, $1.30, $1.40. A lot of our cotton farmers have already booked some at, in the high 80s, 80 cents. Cotton went from the mid 50s to where it is now. And you look at the price of corn, the price of beans, the price of wheat, good, solid prices. You know, we've got a lot of things going on. Now, we need some more money in rice. We need to bring the timber industry back. But a lot of good things going on. If you overall look at the year, you know, we started off, in discussions, with all the different ag commissioners looking at the Farm Bill, and we started talking about the Food Safety Modernization Act, back at the beginning of the year, how we need to start looking at all the imported products, have some traceability, and put some guidelines there. We've been working on that, and now, as you know, that has been passed, a version out of the Senate and a version out of the House, and we're working to work that together to make sure our small farmers are protected, but also that we start having the same vigilance on imported products that we do on our homegrown and American products. When you look at those things, we've done great. Look at legislatively. We had a great legislative session, with the exception of the budget. Now, that was tight. Budget was tight.
Budget was really rough for you and the LSU Ag Center this year.
Yes, it is. The budget has been tough. But let's talk about the policy decisions that were made. We defined sustainable agriculture. We are now developing the animal care standards for livestock and for poultry. You look at those things. We also went in and we took 200 years of finance law, and we went through it and was working with the LSU Law Center. Representative John Bell Edwards brought this bill, working with both ag committees, to where now we've taken all of that law and now we put it into a straight, common sense, single place that talks about how the financial issues dealing with grains and commodities and the preference of liens. We did that. We did so many things legislatively. The Sustainable Food Council policy, and that has come a long, long way. So we made great strides legislatively. On the budget, my budget was reduced this year by $6.77 million in additional cost, unfunded mandates, and hard dollars. And now I'm being basically told that they're going to take another $1.67 million out of my budget. That's like $8.75 million. In the 3 years I've been here, my budget has decreased by 24%. We have downsized by 24% in budget, which makes it very, very difficult, $25 million. But we're getting the job done. We're doing everything. We're moving people around. We're going to do the very best we can with the assets that we have.
You were talking about the ConAgra plant and the cotton plant as well. Do you think those are going to be enough to bring back in 2011 those two commodities which were hit hard? I mean, just 2 years ago we were at the lowest acreage for cotton that we had seen since Reconstruction, and we had lost 80% of our sweet potato crop in 2008 and then 50% in 2009.
All right, let's address cotton. You're going to see an upsurgence in cotton. Of course, there's competition now for acres between cotton, corn, beans, and other products, and sweet potatoes now, okay, when you look at those row crops. But when you look at cotton, we fully expect cotton to continue to grow. One, you're seeing a higher value of cotton. Now, when you look overseas at China, due to things going on in India, Pakistan, and China, there's a deficiency in the total amount of cotton. And what's happening in these countries, they're having trouble feeding their population. So you're going to see more of a motion in those countries towards products to deliver food and nutrition. When you start talking about sweet potatoes, when you look at this facility, right, this facility needs a whole lot more sweet potatoes than we produce, and it's right here. And so that's why it's so important for the LSU Ag Center. One of the reasons ConAgra came is because the LSU Ag Center, our sweet potato research station, is right there. And we are going to develop, we're going to do everything we can to develop superior varieties. And then as we move forward, you're going to see more acreage in sweet potatoes. Sweet potatoes is a tremendous crop, especially for people that want to get started in the farming, because you don't have to have a lot of acres to make a living really in sweet potatoes. It's such a valuable crop. I want Louisiana to have a part in every part of that bringing it from the field to the plate, or from the field to your jacket, or from the field and the forest to your home. Secondary processing grows your industrial base, provides jobs, and it keeps those dollars circulating in the economy. So we have a philosophy. We want to touch everything, every part of that, and that's what, it's kind of what's through the department, and we're working on that. We're very excited about that.
All right, thank you very much, Commissioner of Agriculture and Forestry, Dr. Mike Strain. And next week, we will have Louisiana Farm Bureau Federation President Ronnie Anderson right here on the set. But still to come on This Week in Louisiana Agriculture, Kristen Oakes is going to give us a little creamy history of peanut butter.